everybody? It's Isaiah Nelson back with another video, man. And man, the majority of people that I met and encounter in this world are very judgmental and materialistic. And at a certain age, I feel like, in my personal opinion, at a certain age, I feel like you just gotta be mature enough to just be content with what you got and just only get like some new material item if you need it, because the one that you already had just wore down and you had no choice but to get another one. But how the world got now, with people just wanting to make so much money and always get the next new thing, it made it to where, like, people not playing it like that. They not just getting things when something breaks down on them. And for some examples too, I'm gonna get into detail on it. Let's start off with some simple things, like, let's say the iPhone, man. A new iPhone come out every year. And right now I got the iPhone 15. Or I might have this iPhone 15 until 2030. But it's somebody else out there that's like, no, I gotta make sure I have that new iPhone every single year. Like, it's multiple people out there that have to have that newest iPhone when it come out every year. They have to upgrade. Really think about that. You really upgrading your iPhone every year, changing your SIM card out and programming a new phone every single year just because it's the newest phone, and you gonna do the same thing that you did on the old phone on the new phone. And when I had realized that a couple years back, I'd say about like maybe, I really want to say I had been already realized that and just came to senses of that in my head when I just thought about how often that the new iPhones are coming out. And I was like, bro, I do the same thing on each iPhone I get. Because at that point I had, maybe that could have been maybe in high school, maybe my third or fourth iPhone I had. But I had just thought about it like, dang, I do the same thing on each iPhone. So, all of those extra features to me just really don't be making sense. And I can see, the only thing that's reasonable for me to get a new phone is if my current phone just, got some major issues to where it's just not working for me. And so it's like, dang, I got no choice but to get a new phone. But everybody not moving like that, you know what I'm saying? Some people just gotta have the newest thing. They phone that they were using now could be working perfectly fine. We can even take it to like cars. Like, say somebody that you could have like a decent car. It could be anything from like say you got anything from like a 2015 to a 2020 working good. My car right now is a 2015 working. It's down right now, but I'm gonna get it fixed. But man, you can have your car working good, but for some reason you go out every day and you seeing people with newer cars that you could even see that could be of the present year. And you got a car that's maybe 10 years old, but your car working perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with your car. But just because you see somebody with a new flash in your car, you want that car. And that really plays the aspect too of, I can say, people just really being so materialistic. It really ties into comparing yourself to a lot when I really think about it. People compare themselves too much will really just make them materialistic. And then I don't see how everybody just don't see with material items, just this basic thing with just material items. It's a material item for a reason. It's going to always be another new material item. You know what I'm saying? So, and all this ties together what I talked about. I know I said something too about, people judging, and I'm for sure gonna, get on there too. But back onto the material. Like, nothing wrong with material items. I like nice things too. It's just when some people that I know that that's all they talk about is just material things. Like, do you ever just sit and talk and think about how you can get and be better as a person emotionally, or just, with your mindset, working on your ego. Like, people never talk about things that you can work on and that's gonna make you a better person eternally. It's always something external and material and outside of yourself, and some type of item that you can get or have in your possession. It's like that's all that matters. Do we as people care about any things on the inside with people? Like, dang, we care about a material item more than we even could possibly. People care about more about material items more than they care about their health. It's really getting crazy out here. But man, that's the thing with me. People that just, take just having material items so serious to where, they don't want to have time and work on their relationships with family members, or just, I know everybody ain't perfect. Some people, you might have to cut off, you know what I'm saying? But, the people that are there for you in your life, you might not even give them the time that you should be giving them, because you so worried about having this, trying to get this certain amount of money, or get this certain car, or go here and do this. It's always some type of material or something like that. And everybody got their own life and their own choices. So, everything understandable. Nothing really surprised me of how people move and what people do. You know what I'm saying? I just got to talk about it. And this is my best outlet, being YouTube, that I can talk about these things on, because it's not really too many people that'll just sit with me and talk to me about these things in person without changing the topic or not even listening. Or really, I could bring something like this up and then they might just be quiet and not even have nothing to say to me, like I'm, talking to a robot or something. Or just, talking to myself, basically, So I don't even really try to talk to people about too many topics no more, really. I just, it just be basically like, small talk and just random. You know how it is when you're talking to people in today's world. It's just you're talking about random stuff that you probably seeing on the internet. Bird brain talk stuff. But yeah, man, it's really getting crazy out here. And okay, now I'm about to just go and do a little bit of talking and put in the why the people being so judgmental ties into this too. People will judge you if you don't have as much material items, or if your material possessions aren't as new as their material possessions. People will judge you off of that. And that ain't the about most dumbest thing ever. If somebody has a car and it's just not as new as your car, but they still have a car, why can't you just be like, cool, they still got a way to get around? Why we gotta judge somebody just because they car is kind of old and it's not an up-to-date car? Like, that's like the same way I feel about people being racist because somebody is, just a different race, a different color than you. Like, even people that are super racist, you didn't even have. That's how I know people that are racist are not mature at all. Because if you was mature as a person, you will understand that nobody has control of what race they gonna be. We all just born into these bodies, and that's what it is. But I'm out, y'all. Why? Let's go. I'm a motherfucking rock